Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hey, just wanted to say a few things that are on my heart this morning. Wishing everybody a beautiful day. It is absolutely gorgeous here. Oh my gosh, October is just a gift this year. I absolutely love fall, but I will be, full disclosure, it's not my favorite because I truly don't love winter. So I'm always a little apprehensive because I know that fall means, the colder weather's coming, and I absolutely love the warmth. But this year, October has been such a gift. Just warm, 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 sunshine, blue, just vibrant skies. And the trees are beginning to change here in the Midwest. And that is one of the beautiful things about fall, is so many different colors and changes. And it's just an amazing thing to watch. So I was sitting outside taking a little break here and enjoying nature and just soaking it up this morning. And I was watching, I have some river birches that I love on my property, and I was watching them dance. There's a little breeze, and the leaves are beginning to fall. And truly, guys, I'm 46, and I have never sat and just watched leaves fall, watched the process. And I have truly decided this year I'm going to slow down and just pause and just appreciate the changes of nature, the seasons, and the process of it. Because, like I've said so many times, nature is truly our teacher and has such an amazing grace in the changes. And we are really going through a lot of changes at the moment, right, around us, globally. And so my mission has been to unlock that, just knowing that grace within us, that God has placed in us, to trust in the process, and trust the gift of what we are learning and what we are observing and feeling in that change. So watching the leaves fall this morning, oh my gosh, so beautiful. And the tree is dancing and kind of shaking at different times, and the leaves are just falling, some more rapidly than others, and some real slowly, just floating. And it's just gorgeous. I'm going to try to take some pictures and video of it in a little bit. But a message, something God put on my heart in observing that was, as we are shedding and as things are falling away, especially right now that we're in this amazing great awakening, we really have a choice of how quickly we release the old that is not of need anymore, that is not of service, or we can continue to hold on to it. Now imagine, for the leaves that choose to stay and don't make the process, what happens to them? And usually there's a few stragglers, right, that just stay on, and you'll see them in the winter and they're just dead, crisp dead, right? And I really do think that that's kind of reflective of us. Suffering is when we hold on to something that is not of need anymore. It is the fear of letting go and not allowing ourselves to move into that new space, that new transition, the new beginning. And we have a lot of choices right now. There's a lot of old beliefs that are familiar and are just what we've always done or known. But we're all going to discover in this time that those old beliefs weren't necessarily true, or they're definitely not in alignment right now for where we're going. And so it's a process, letting go and shedding and allowing the new season to just glide in, right? To transition in, just as we are going into winter. As we're in fall, moving into winter, there's purpose in it, right? Shedding the old so that new growth can happen. And so, if you have change of the seasons or anything that you can kind of pause and just take a look at, and for me, most of all, it's not just taking a look at from my head, and that's typically what we've been taught is, think, process. We're transitioning into a time, guys, where none of that fits anymore. The boxes don't line up anymore. I encourage you to feel through your heart. Allow yourself to really be with it. And there's a lot within us that's wanting to shed right now and move out. A lot of fear patterns that we were told or we've seen that aren't the truth. And they sure don't serve us anymore. And this is a very exciting time because I have judged the leaves falling for years. I have created a story that, so pretty, but that just means winter's coming. And I have missed the gift of the trees shedding and the leaves falling. And I have loved the colors and the changes, but I have labeled it and kind of judged it for what that means, not truly appreciating what's happening, why the trees are shedding their leaves. And I really do look within and feel that so many times because of stories that I've experienced or been told. I have judged things and refused to allow myself to embrace the change and shed the old and welcome the new growth, the new endeavors, the new beginnings. And in that, I suffered, and I chose suffering, just truly out of fear. And it's unfortunate, but it's a journey, right? We keep ourselves from so many blessings that God is trying to bring to us and place in our path because of fear and judgment of new. It's time, guys, in this great awakening to allow yourself to shed some of the old that's not serving you anymore and allow the new growth to come through. And initially it might look a little bit yucky, just as like when the trees are bare. It's like, here we go, right? But last year I remember looking at things differently and really embracing the different seasons and the journey of winter instead of fearing it, because cold, darkness, it's definitely not my natural, thriving environment. But it was the way I looked at it and welcoming it. It was a different energy, and it was power. It was freedom. It showed me that it's all in my perspective. But I noticed in the trees all the different shapes and character that they had, because you could see the limbs and the strength and the power in the limbs and the beautiful structure of the trees. And I remember thinking, wow, I've really missed out on this because I judged the bareness of it, right? So there's gifts in everything. It's just truly what perspective you have and the stories you tell yourself. And if we're looking for trouble, guys, we're going to find it. The mind is very good at stirring up old stuff and stories and energy that keeps us, I wouldn't say stuck, but keeps us in a quote-unquote safe space. Well, that's just because it's familiar. That doesn't mean it's safe. It's actually, it's a precursor to suffering. And so in this time, guys, we are thriving. New births are happening. Shedding a lot of needed old stuff. Now, like the leaves, it's our choice how quickly we shed it. How quickly we shed it. Do we hold on to it, or do we just allow it to release with grace? And do we pour love on it? And do we have compassion for ourselves in the process? Compassion for each other. We are all shedding a lot. We are all transitioning. Some, we're holding on to old stuff and old stories, old belief systems, familiar because it's comfortable. Now, that is all right, and that is each person's journey. But know that we are more powerful and capable, and the gifts and treasures that God has placed within us for this moment are infinite. We are infinite beings. Infinite. Really sit with that and think. Infinite. We've never ever been encouraged or told that all things are possible. On the outside, that's not a message that's told. But we know from a spiritual, biblical point that that has been told to us. But do we believe it? And just know that you can unlock that within you if you allow yourself the ability to clear out the old, shed the old stuff, like a tree. Just allow it to fall so that you can grow new, strong, and thrive. So come spring, come the next step in this, you will be abundant and strong and grounded, powerful. That's where we're going, guys. That's what's in us, and that's who we are. So thank you so much. Just a lot on my heart today. I just definitely feel some rebirth happening, and just a lot of hope and a lot of compassion for everyone. And know the truth is within you. But you have to go within to seek and find it. The answers are within. So I love y'all so much. I'm here if I can be of any service. We're in this together, guys, linking arms, just walking each other in each step, and keep looking up, because that's where it all is. God bless.